Hello, I am Bettina Madini, and I'm so happy to be with you today. First of all, I want to thank Promega for having the wonderful Summer Art Showcase, and then also say big time thank you to Stephanie Shea and Daniel Swardener for selecting my artwork for the exhibit and also for working with me in the preparation of the exhibit. Thank you so much. I have prepared a short video for you so you get to know me a little bit better and you find out more about my art and my journey as an artist. I hope you enjoy it. I invite you onto a joyful journey with me today, sort of a symphony, where it all started. In Berlin, I grew up surrounded by very caring and protective people, and my grandmother had a garden. So here I am as a little child with Goofy underneath fruit trees and learning how to plant seeds. As a kid already, I loved art and I was drawing so many drawings. As you can see here, one of these works was preserved by my grandmother. This is what I did. This is what I enjoyed already at the tiniest age. Later on, I went into fashion modeling and into acting. In my teens, I was in TV shows and movies, and I had this strong artistic desire that wanted to be expressed. Yet my journey did not go there right away. I was surrounded by my family and they did not want me to be artist. Although I was singing in choirs and I was playing instruments, they always made sure that I had my feet on the ground and would not wander off into the art world. That was so strong in me. And of course, I was growing up in Berlin, a city that is filled with art and architecture. So there's a lot of creativity there. And I knew I loved art and I wanted to be artist. I wanted to be actress. And I had no idea how I could do this. It was always no. My parents did not give me that space and allow for me to express that any further than just a little bit. They had no idea how strong this was in me. And the other element that was really there from the beginning is this really strong connection with nature, like a really deep desire and requirement also for being surrounded by nature. And it comes through in my art. So I did not start my journey as an artist. I first went into becoming a financial advisor on the wish of my parents, who stirred me into that direction after high school. And I learned about finance and had a lot of clients all over Europe, traveled and learned about investing. And I could do that and it was okay. And I also worked for IBM in marketing and sports sponsoring. And I could do it. And always there was this deep current running underneath all of this through my life, where I had this desire to express it. And I had no idea how could I step from a career in banking. I was in Luxembourg for 11 years. I had actually built up a bank. I was in the team and we started a bank. We built it up and built the clientele. And I did this for 11 years. And how would I even step into being an artist? It seemed to me like a totally different planet, and how to build the bridge it almost seemed impossible to me. All this art wanted to come out. I was like a pressure cooker, and I had no idea how to channel this. And I go to the next slide. How to channel this. And then in 2003, I quit my job. I sold all my belongings and came to New York City. I had started art school in Luxembourg already, which was for me actually this outlet where I could explore. I could also see, like, do I like this? What is it actually that would like to be created? I create from the unknown. I don't do sketches. I don't plan a painting like here, Diva of the Deep that you see on the screen. I don't plan it. I just start. And color is this big thing that is starting everything. Colors invite me to a dance. Here's another example. I was in Door County, took the picture on the left side, and was the water, Lake Michigan, so beautiful. And then I created an entire series of paintings, abstract paintings, with these elements of water, the swirls, the contrasts. Color, as I said already, is starting. It's the ignition. Let's say like this. It's the ignition that starts everything, like a flame. And I start painting, and I do not think when I paint. And this was actually the gift that I received in Luxembourg when I found an art school in Luxembourg while I was still in banking. So like I always had these contrasts in my life where I was dancing both worlds, the finance world, the job world, having a job, having a career actually in the corporate world, and then also having this art life in the evenings and on the weekends. So contrast. And I also love to bring out light in my paintings, light and color. In New York City, then, I went to the National Academy of Art and Design. So having changed my entire life, like moving to a different continent, being in the city of New York City after this tiny, small city of Luxembourg. Wow, this was like total brain changer. And the journey was not smooth. Nothing is really smooth when we make these grand choices and we change everything. It's not that all of a sudden everything falls in place and we can just live ever, have happily ever after and be artists and everything is just cool. It wasn't. So there were like big things that occurred. So I was homeless in New York City for 2 hours. And then always people showed up who helped me along. So it is this incredible journey. And I went to the National Academy and I immersed myself into painting, drawing, studying the human body and, anatomy, and like all these wonderful teachers in New York, and also jazz music, going into jazz clubs. So this was just amazing. And again, I learned so much more about color. Here is Angel by my side. This is one of my abstract paintings. If I wanted to summarize it, there are 3 threads running through my life. Number 1 is an intense desire to create. Number 2, a deep connection with nature, silence, space. This is what I needed and what is also running through my paintings. And number 3 is color and light. From day 1 at art school, while I was still in Luxembourg, I wanted to express light and color. And I was so lucky to receive this gift of just having space. My teacher in Luxembourg just gave me space. And he said, okay, so just take your canvas, and we nailed the canvas on the wall, and I just started painting. I also received a really thorough education in Kandinsky's color theory, where I learned how to sense color with my body. So I'm not thinking, I'm not in my head. It's a whole body experience when I'm painting. The colors that I'm combining, it is spontaneous. I do not plan it. And here's a beautiful quote from Marc Chagall, one of my favorite artists. If I create from the heart, nearly everything works. If from the head, almost nothing. So true, at least for me. So here is Rain of Light, which is also in the exhibit. And I can just say this is how I'm working. I'm not working from the head. I'm not thinking. Literally, I do not have any thought when I'm painting. I'm breathing. At times I need to remind myself to breathe. Bettina, breathe. Don't stop breathing. We're not done yet. And so the paintings unfold from there. And it's this play of color and light and contrast that is so joyful to me and that I'm expressing in my work. I let the paint run down, and I let colors run and bleed together. And so shape takes form slowly. And although I am painting fast, I'm not hurrying it. I give myself space, and also my body. At times I work on several paintings simultaneously. If something is not moving, I do not insist. I go to a different canvas, and I know that I will know when the other one is now in a place to be continued and maybe finalized. So I'm not on a timeline. I am truly in a creation space that is very impulsive, very intuitive, very much in the moment. I'm also painting silk. So this is another one of my mediums, and you also see some of my silk paintings in this exhibit. Here also, it is all about color, contrast, how colors play together, how they interact with each other. And here you see me already in an advanced stage with this painting, which is a scarf. It also has fringes, but it is always then in the end, when I'm done with applying the first broad brush strokes and letting paints run together, layer after layer, then I will go in and paint with the tiniest brushes and add a lot of detail. And what I enjoy about silk is it is really like jewels. They glow. And I achieve this effect by adding 20 and at times up to 30 layers of paint. Here are 3 of my paintings. The one on the left and the one on the right are in the exhibit: Butterfly Forest and Night Forest. And so these are examples of like the deep blues in Butterfly Forest, these really saturated blues I achieve by 30 layers of paint. Silk absorbs paint like nothing else. And so these paintings also unfold in the moment. I start somewhere and I know I will go somewhere. It is a journey. They all are journeys for me that take me into the unknown. I literally jump off of the cliff with my paintings and we go on a journey together. And I trust that this journey that at times really doesn't make sense, really is. At times it's very uncomfortable because I do not know where I'm going with it. And so if I want to leave white space, have light in there, very much like watercolor painting, I may not want to paint dark colors into that area. So like always being in this space of moving ahead and at the same time always giving me space for more things to unfold and just allow for this journey to unfold very magically. So here you see the expression of color and light, the connection with nature. In night forest, there are trees, there are clouds, there's so much that you can discover, and I'm curious to hear what it is for you that you will see. What happens when a painting becomes wearable art? It was actually a friend of mine who said to me years ago, Bettina, people should be able to wear your art. And that sent me on a journey. I'm like, wow, how can I create this? What can I create here? So on the left side, you see my oil painting, Glorious Sunflowers. And then you see just two examples of what I do with my paintings. I will sit on the computer and work digitally, which I enjoy too. It's just like another realm where I have infinite possibilities. So I take pieces of my paintings and then combine them so we can print fabric and then cut and sew these beautiful fashion accessories. So we have leggings, dresses, wrap skirts, scarves, beautiful printed silk scarves, beanie hats, and so much more. I hope you enjoyed my short presentation, and I hope I will meet you somewhere soon. I will be at the Art Fair of the Square in July. And what I wanted to say also is make sure you pick up one of my business cards, and also in the list of my exhibit, next to all my paintings is a QR code, and you can simply use your QR code reader and it will take you directly to the painting online. Let me know if you have questions. Thank you so much and enjoy the evening.